Now we're going to take a look at the solo. The solo is in the key of E minor. The first section we're going to learn sounds like this. We're going to start off 12 to 14 on the D string. Now we're going to hit the 14th fret of the G string. We're going to bend up a full step 2 times, and then we're going to sustain that note for an entire measure, and then we're going to sustain it for the next measure, measure number 2 of the solo, and then we're going to slowly release that bend, and on the and of 4 of the second measure, we're going to come back to the 12th fret on the G string. So we have a long time to sustain the bend on the 14th fret of the G. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Now we're going to come back to the 11th fret on the G string, and we're going to bend up a half step and back down. And we're going to do this for a measure and a half, and then just sustain the 11th fret on the G string. So it's going to sound like this. So with those bends, I'm thinking in triplets: 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a, 1 and a, 2 and a, and then sustaining the note. Okay, the next phrase is going to start like this. So here I'm going to sweep pick 12 low E, 10 on the A, 9 on the D string. I just rake the pick downwards towards the floor across those 3 strings. Now I'm going to play 12 on the D string, 11, 12, 14 on the G, 12 on the B, bend up a full step on the 17th fret of the B string, release that bend, and then come back to the 14th fret on the G string. Now back to the 15th fret of the B string, bend up, down, back up again, sustain that note, strike the 15th fret, release the bend, play 12 to 15 on the B, 14 on the high E, strike 14 again, pull off to 12, 15 on the B, bend 14 on the G, up a full step, back down, pull off to the 12th fret, back to 14 on the G, pivot here with the 3rd finger to 14D, and we end this phrase by hitting the 12th fret of the G 2 times, back to 14 on the D. Let's take a look at the next phrase. So here we're going to slide into the 12th fret on the B string and then grab 12 on the high E, 12B, 14E, 12B, 15E. Now bend up a full step, slowly releasing that bend and coming back and playing 14, 15 on the high E. Here's the next phrase. Starts off in a similar fashion. 12 on the B, 12 on the E, back to 12B. 14E, 12B. 15E, 12B. Bend on the 17th fret of the high E string, come back down slowly, bend again, come back down and pull off to the 15th fret. And end the phrase on the 17th fret of the E string. Okay, moving along. Here's our next phrase. We're now going to play on the 19th fret of the G string 2 times. Bend 20 on the high E up a full step, release that bend. 19 on the high E, bend up a half step and back down. 20 on the B. 19 on the G, bend up a full step and then grab 17, 19 on the B string. Bend up a half step. This is going to be a pre-bend from the 19th fret of the B string. We bend up, strike the string, release the bend, pull off to 17 on the B string. Now we're going to bend on the 19th fret of the G string, up a full step, and then grab 17 on the B and then the open high E string. Now bend 19 on the G string, grab 17 on the B, 17 on the high E. 20, 19, 17 on the high E. Now we bend up 2 times from the 20th fret on the B string. And then we're going to play 17 on the B, 19 on the G, once again 17 B, 19 G, and then 17, 16 on the G, 19, 17 on the D. Let's go back a little bit. Here's the phrase we just learned once again. And the whole solo ends where the band catches the accents here. The whole band crashes on those notes together. So on the B string, 20, 19, 17. G string, 19 2 times. 17 on the B 2 times. And there you have the solo, and that gives us all of the parts for Is This Love? And there you have it.